Yo, 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 this is Chris Blair. I'm coming to you live from Kuala Lumpur, Bukit Bintang. As you guys know, I'm here for a couple of weeks, actually 2.5 weeks exactly. I'm doing an event here, and I just wanted to just tell a story, right, about something that changed my life, something that had a profound effect on my life and my business. So let's roll the clock back to 2014. Okay. By the way, I'm telling this story just to be totally transparent. I'm going to tell this story with a purpose in mind, but it doesn't change the fact the story is true and how powerful it is. Okay. So back in 2014, I attended an event in Tokyo in which I met James Brown. And this was a pivotal moment for me because James and I became good friends, and we've since gone on to do 4 events together, 3 in Tokyo and 1 in, 5 events. Sorry, I forgot about the recent one. 5 events, 4 in Tokyo and 1 in Perth, Australia. We've gone on to partner in business adventures. I mean, there's tons of stuff we do together. But here's the thing, what people don't realize, people think, and this is a natural assumption that James and I, because James is a Australian, married to a Japanese, living in Fukushima, which is about 2.5 hours north of Tokyo, and I'm an American, right, who's lived in Japan a long time in the business, that we'd automatically click and be instant friends and buddies and do business together. But it wasn't like that. I mean, to be totally upfront and like this, and I love James. James is now one of my best friends in the world, and we're close as this. But it wasn't like that. And the reason I'm bringing this story up is because I want to emphasize, guys, look, how much we're missing by hiding behind the computer screen. Okay, so James and I had actually been introduced to each other about 1.5 years before we met. One of my buddies says, "Hey, Chris, I know a guy who's had massive success online. He's a grandfather of internet marketing. James Brown. He's been around in this business since the late '90s. Right, studied with Gail Halbert, and he's had massive success. Built one of the biggest internet websites in the world and sold it. And now, of course, these are all impressive things. And I was really excited to connect with James. But we started chatting via Facebook, and it was a bit weird. I mean, I hope he's going to see this video, and just to be honest, it was a bit weird. It was not like there was a bad conversation. We had a good conversation, but there was this lack of connection that I can't put my finger on. It was just we weren't connecting on that level, right? That business relationships are built on. Okay, and it took us meeting face to face after several conversations via Facebook chat, meeting face to face by accident at an event in Tokyo, and in that moment, I think both of us had a mindset shift in how we perceived each other. And I mean, not that either one of us had a bad image. I didn't have a bad image. I looked up to James. I thought James was a fucking superstar. But there was not this connection. And meeting at this live event changed everything. I mean, we built a connection that became deep, and we became not only just friends, but like we're partners on tons of stuff together. Okay. So I'm telling this story because, guys, the problem that we have with this internet world is we get so stuck behind our computers. We get so wrapped up. And I live the laptop lifestyle. I can go to the coffee shop and work, or I can work from home, and I'm behind my computer, and I can do business behind my computer. And that is all true. And that's one of the things that makes this great. But we shall not forget, and if you do, to your own peril. Peril means a complicated English word. Peril means to your own detriment, to your own bad effect, right? You actually doing yourself a disservice. You're actually hurting yourself. If we forget that before the internet even existed, billions and billions and billions of dollars in business took place, face to face, between people who knew each other. Jobs were created via I mean, whether you think it's okay or not, I mean, but the point is a network, right? A friend of a friend knows this guy, who can introduce you to this guy, and you get an interview, and then you're hired, right? Friend of a friend knows this guy, and they're interested, and you can get in there, you can get your bid on this contract to get the job, right? Business was always existed face to face, and there was phone and fax. And true, some business happened over the phone, but still, a lot of business always ends and commences face to face. Well, it's no different with internet marketing. You are really, really hurting yourself if you believe that you can do everything from the comfort of your own home, that you can make all the business connections that you need from the comfort of your home or from the coffee shop or whatever, right? Now, we can do a lot, and that's great, but you can take it to the next level if you actually get off your ass, drive in a car a few hours, get on the airplane. Guys, I've gone to events. Okay, let me get the back. JV Zoo. Right? This is one of the farthest events I've ever taken. I want to tell the story. So this is back in 2013. Maybe late 2012. I mean, I've been in this internet business since 2009, full time since 2010. So it all sort of meshes together. But there was a big event happening in Florida, Orlando, Florida, and I was determined I had to be there. I just knew I had to be there. And by the way, I have no regret I did this. But just to give you an idea what I did, I got up. So first of all, flights from Tokyo, Japan, leave around 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and they fly out in the evening to the States. So I arrived in San Francisco at 7 a.m., like 7:30 a.m. So I literally flew I stayed up all day, right? Because you can't, sleep in the bathroom when you're in the body rhythm, right? Airplane all night. And I got some little sleep on the airplane, but nothing. You can't sleep deep in the airplane. Arrived in LA around 7:30. Got on a round trip. Got on another flight from LA to Orlando, which is another 6 hours. By the time I reached the airport, sorry, not the airport, the hotel, I'd already basically been traveling 24 hours. And that was one of the best things I ever did. The connections I made at that time and what that did for the next year and a half, 2 years of my business was worth, I would have done that trip 10 times over. So the point I'm trying to say is look, events change lives. The people you're going to meet. Now, guys, if you come to my event in Kuala Lumpur that Gerald, So, and I are hosting on June 2nd, you're going to learn a lot about Shopify. Guys, I'm going to drop some serious bombs about Shopify. Every time I do a live event, I'm literally 4 or 5 times during my talk, I'll be like, no recording, no recording. There are certain shit that I will only reveal to my private mastermind coaching students or to live events people, right? So I literally cut the recording all the time. The recording guy gets sick of it. He's like, Chris, not again. But anyway, this is the reality. So I like to reward people who show up. In fact, Gerald and I talked about doing a live stream, and he wanted to do it, and I said, no, absolutely not. The reason why is I want to reward people who get off their ass and show up at the event. So no live stream. There will be some recordings, probably, but the recordings are watered down, edited, and some of the key golden nuggets are not going to be in there. Again, we want to reward the people who show up. But so what are you going to learn from me on this event? And what are you going to learn from Gerald? One, you're going to learn about, I'm going to talk about niche selection, site optimization, how to truly get your site to convert. I'm going to talk about, how to build up a massive social media following. I'm going to talk about product development creation. I'm going to talk about some serious secrets, methods that only my members use, right? You see massive numbers from my course mastermind members. It's because of the cool ways that we use to source product ideas and things like that. You only access if you're at the event. I'm talking about traffic strategies, but the more important than that, you're going to network with me. You're going to network with me and other people who actually show up at the event, okay? And that is so massive, guys. Live events change lives. They've changed life for me. I don't regret any live event I've ever been to. So if you are currently in Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, And these are countries that you can, or areas you can reach KL within 2 to 3 hours. You have absolutely no excuse. In fact, I guarantee you're going to regret not showing up for this. Okay? Who knows when the next time I'll be in Malaysia? Who knows when the next time I'm going to do this? And if you are inclined, I suggest you come from farther away. I'll put the link in the post, and we'll see you in the next video. And we'll see you at the live event. Cheers. Let's see what else we got here. Get your ass to the UK, Blair. Yes, I'm going to be coming to the UK. Thank you. Good idea, by the way, Tony. Hello. Okay, guys. So the link to the event will be in the post and in the thread. See you guys there. And cheers from KL.